The Discovery. Captain Nexus stood at the observation deck of the Celestial Seeker, her crystalline form refracting the starlight as she studied the unremarkable yellow star ahead. As the leading xenobiologist of the Meridian Collective, she had spent centuries cataloging primitive species across the galaxy. This system should have been like any other, a routine survey of yet another pre-spaceflight civilization. But something wasn't right. Captain, First Officer Ven's harmonic voice resonated through the chamber. The analysis team has completed their third scan of the system. The results are puzzling. Nexus turned, her crystalline edges catching the light. Explain. Ven's holographic display materialized between them, showing a cascade of data streams. The electromagnetic signatures suggest a civilization barely capable of basic radio communication. We're detecting what appears to be primitive satellite technology, fossil fuel emissions, and nuclear fission plants. He paused, his luminescent patterns shifting with uncertainty. But there are anomalies we cannot explain. Show me, Nexus commanded, her scientific curiosity piqued. The display shifted, focusing on Earth's moon. These energy readings, they don't match any known pattern. They appear and disappear at random intervals, defying our most sophisticated detection algorithms. It's as if. Ven hesitated. As if what? As if they're being deliberately obscured. Nexus felt her crystalline structure vibrate with tension. In 3,000 years of exploration, she had never encountered anything like this. Connect me to the analysis chamber. The wall before them transformed into a viewing portal, revealing a team of Meridian scientists, their crystalline bodies arranged in a perfect geometric pattern around a central data core. Lead analyst Zara floated forward. Captain, we've detected something else, Zara reported, her voice carrying an unusual tremor. The humans' primitive communications. They're too primitive. Explain, Nexus demanded. The patterns are perfect, too perfect, as if someone has studied precisely how a developing civilization should appear and is replicating those exact patterns. Zara's form flickered with agitation. It's like watching an actor perform a role, knowing exactly what we expect to see. Before Nexus could respond, the ship's emergency alerts activated. Red energy patterns pulsed through the crystal walls as Chief Engineer Kex's urgent message filled the chamber. Captain, our quantum sensors are detecting a massive energy surge from the third planet's moon. It's unlike anything in our databases. The energy signature is. The ship shuddered. Every display simultaneously went dark, then reactivated, showing the same message in perfect Meridian script. Greetings, Celestial Seeker. Welcome to Sol System. Protocol CVN is no in HFY. Nexus watched in astonishment as their sensor readings suddenly cleared, revealing what had been hidden. The moon's surface seemed to ripple like liquid metal, massive structures emerging from beneath its regolith. Around Earth, hundreds of satellites shed their primitive disguises, revealing advanced weapons platforms. And in high orbit, a massive fleet of ships materialized from seemingly empty space. By the first light, Ven whispered, "They've been watching us. All this time. Not just us." Nexus realized, her scientific mind racing ahead. How many other survey ships have passed through this system over the centuries? How many reports of a primitive species have been filed in our databases? They'd been watching, learning, preparing. The message on their screens changed. Captain Nexis, please stand by for CONTACT from Earth Command. The Meridian Collective is being chosen as our first official contact species. Your response is over the next few minutes while det your mind. The nature of our future reality ownership. A new hologram materialized on their bridge, a bipedal figure wearing what appeared to be a formal uniform. Despite its alien appearance, the figure carried itself with unmistakable authority. "I am Admiral Sarah Chen of the Earth Defense Fleet." The figure spoke in perfect Meridian language. "We apologize for the deception, but we needed to be certain of our capabilities before revealing ourselves to the galaxy at large. Your species' dedication to peaceful exploration and scientific advancement made you the ideal candidates for first contact." Nexus stood straighter, aware that this moment would be recorded in both species' histories. "You've been manipulating our sensors, studying our technology." Admiral Chen's expression shifted in what Nexus would later learn was a smile. "We've had centuries to perfect our methods. Earth has survived multiple attempted invasions throughout our history. Each time, we recovered technology, learned, adapted. We decided long ago that when we finally revealed ourselves to the galaxy, we would do so from a position of absolute strength." The human admiral's expression grew serious. "Captain Nexus, your ship will be the first to witness humanity's true capabilities. Whether that demonstration comes in the form of peaceful cooperation or military might depends entirely on your next words." Nexus felt the weight of the moment. Everything she had believed about humanity's place in the galaxy had been wrong. She was no longer the advanced explorer studying a primitive species. She was a representative of her people, standing at the threshold of what could be either a powerful alliance or a terrible mistake. "Admiral Chen." Nexus responded carefully. The Meridian Collective would be honored to engage in peaceful diplomatic relations with Earth. Chen's smile returned. "Excellent choice, Captain. Please prepare your diplomatic team for transfer. Welcome to a new era of galactic history." As the human's hologram faded, Nexus turned to her stunned crew. "Send word to the Collective Council. Tell them everything we thought we knew about the galaxy just changed." Above them, Earth's massive fleet hung in space like a sword of Damocles, a clear message to any watching species. Humanity was done hiding, and the galaxy would never be the same. The Watchers. Deep within Lunar Base Alpha, Control Room 7 hummed with activity. Massive holographic displays covered the curved walls, showing real-time data from thousands of cloaked sensors scattered throughout the galaxy. Dr. Maya Rodriguez, Director of Sinological Intelligence, watched the Meridian vessel through multiple dimensional feeds, her dark eyes reflecting the shifting data streams. "Profile analysis confirms original assessment," her AI assistant, ARIA, reported. "The Meridian's response patterns align with our predictions. Probability of peaceful integration, 89.4%. Maya nodded, her silver-streaked hair catching the blue light of the displays. "Good. We've spent 50 years studying their exploration patterns. Time to see if our preparation pays off." She turned to face the gathered senior staff. "Protocol 7 is proceeding as planned. Admiral Chen has made first contact." Director James Chen, head of Earth Defense Technology, and the Admiral's brother, stepped forward. His weathered face bore the intense focus of someone who had dedicated his life to preparing humanity for this moment. "The quantum dampeners are functioning perfectly," he reported. "The Meridians remain unaware of our full capabilities. Their sensors can only see what we want them to see." He gestured to a detailed schematic of the alien vessel. "Their technology is impressive, but predictable. They haven't made any significant advances in the past 3 centuries. That's what happens when you think you're at the peak of evolution." Dr. Kenzo Tanaka remarked from his station monitoring the quantum defense grid. The elderly scientist had been part of the program since its inception, after the 3rd attempted alien invasion in 2047. "They became complacent. We couldn't afford that luxury." Maya turned to the central hologram, expanding the view of Earth's hidden fleet. Hundreds of ships hung in formation, their advanced metamaterials making them invisible to conventional detection. Each vessel represented decades of reverse-engineered technology combined with uniquely human innovations. "Begin Phase 2, she ordered. "Selective disclosure protocols are in effect. Show them exactly what we want them to see. No more, no less." Around Earth, and throughout the solar system, Carefully chosen defense platforms and ships began deactivating their cloaking systems. It was a choreographed revelation, designed to impress but not overwhelm, to demonstrate power while maintaining multiple layers of hidden capability. Director Rodriguez, ARI interrupted. The Meridian Council has responded to Captain Nexus' report. They're dispatching the diplomatic delegation. Estimated arrival: 6 hours via their FTL technology. Maya allowed herself a small smile. Right on schedule. They're curious but cautious, exactly as we predicted. She turned to the assembled team. Remember, everything we show them has been carefully selected. The Galileo Array, the Jupiter Defense Ring, the Mars shipyards, all impressive, but all expendable if compromised. What about the Prometheus project? James asked quietly. That remains classified, Maya replied firmly. Along with the Atlantis base and the quantum fold technology. We've learned from history. Never reveal all your advantages. The room fell silent as a new alert appeared. The Meridian vessel was transmitting a response to Admiral Chen's invitation. They're requesting permission to send an advance team to verify our peaceful intentions, Araya reported. Standard first contact protocol for their species. Maya nodded to the communications officer. Grant permission. Prepare diplomatic reception module 3. And notify the Admiral. Tell her to maintain current disclosure levels. As the staff rushed to comply, Dr. Tanaka approached Maya's station. It's ironic, he mused, his voice carrying decades of perspective. We spent centuries fearing alien invasion, only to discover that we had become what other species should fear. Maya studied the elderly scientist. Fear isn't our goal, Doctor. Respect is. Humanity learned its lessons the hard way. The Roswell incident, the Beijing incursion, the Antarctic breach. Each attack taught us something vital. And what was that? James asked, though he knew the answer. That the galaxy isn't a peaceful place, Maya replied, her voice hardening. That advanced technology doesn't equal advanced wisdom. That humanity needed to be ready. She gestured to the displays showing Earth's hidden capabilities. We built all this not because we wanted to rule the stars, but because we refused to be ruled by them. A new alert flashed across the screens. The Meridian Advance team was preparing for transfer. Begin final preparations, Maya ordered. Remember, we're not just protecting Earth anymore. We're reshaping the galaxy's future. The Meridians are just the first step. She paused, watching as more alien ships began appearing at the edge of the solar system. From this moment on, humanity stops reacting to galactic events and starts directing them. The assembled staff straightened, feeling the weight of the moment. For generations, they had worked in secret, building Earth's defenses, studying alien civilizations, preparing for this very day. Now, finally, humanity would step onto the galactic stage, not as supplicants or victims, but as architects of a new order. ARI. Maya commanded, initiate Protocol 7, Phase 2. Let's show our guests exactly who they're dealing with. As the AI acknowledged the command, Maya thought about all the sacrifices that had led to this moment. The countless scientists who had died protecting Earth's secrets. The generations who had lived under the veil of artificial technological regression. The soldiers who had given their lives defending against silent invasions that history would never record. It had all been for this, humanity's carefully planned debut as a galactic power. And if the Meridians proved trustworthy, they would be the first to learn just how far humanity had come, and how far they were prepared to go. The revelation. The diplomatic reception module floated serenely in Earth orbit, its crystalline architecture deliberately designed to make the Meridian delegation comfortable. Inside, Admiral Sarah Chen watched through one-way quantum blast as the alien diplomats materialized in the arrival chamber. Interesting, her neural link whispered in her mind. Their energy signatures suggest elevated stress levels. Wouldn't you be stressed, ARIA? Chen subvocalized. Everything they believed about the galaxy's power structure just shattered. The Meridian delegation consisted of 5 crystalline beings, their forms shimmering with internal light. Captain Nexus led the group, accompanied by 2 scientists and 2 military observers. Their attempted subtle scans of the facility were being carefully fed false readings by Earth's quantum interference systems. "Welcome to Earth space," Chen announced, stepping forward. She wore her formal black uniform, the silver insignia of Earth Command catching the light. "I trust your transition was comfortable." "Most adequate, Admiral," Nexus responded, her crystalline form vibrating with carefully controlled frequencies. "Though I must admit, we're uncertain about the protocol here. Usually, we're the ones making first contact with less advanced species." Chen smiled diplomatically. "Perhaps we should begin by correcting some misconceptions. Please, follow me." She led them to the central chamber, where a massive holographic display dominated the space. With a subtle neural command, she activated the presentation they had prepared for this moment. Humanity's first documented contact with extraterrestrial life occurred in 1947. Chen began, as images of the Roswell crash appeared. "We recovered technology far beyond our understanding. But more importantly, we recovered data about the galaxy at large." The display shifted, showing various incidents throughout Earth's history. More crashes followed, more attempted incursions. Each time, we learned. We adapted. We realized that Earth was not ready for the galaxy, and the galaxy was not ready for us. "But these events aren't in any galactic records," one of the Meridian scientists protested. "Because we made sure they weren't," Chen replied. "We developed quantum masking technology decades ago. We could hide entire fleets, cities, planetary installations. We chose to appear primitive while we prepared." The display shifted again, showing Earth's true defense network. Thousands of satellites, hidden bases, and automated defense platforms appeared. The Meridian's crystalline forms flickered with shock. "This is impossible," the military observer stated. "No species could advance this quickly." "That's where you're wrong," Chen corrected. "Your species evolves technology through careful, methodical advancement. Humanity does it through desperate innovation. We had to. We knew we weren't alone, and we knew not everyone out there would be friendly." She gestured, and the display showed something that made the Meridians physically recoil. A perfect replica of their own most advanced warship. "We've studied every species that's passed through our system," Chen continued. "We've analyzed their technology, their tactics, their social structures. We've taken the best elements of each and improved upon them." "Why reveal yourselves now?" Nexus asked, her voice carrying a new note of respect tinged with fear. Chen's expression turned grave. "Because the galaxy is changing. We've detected movements in the void between spiral arms. Something is coming, something that concerns us. We believe it's time for humanity to take a more active role in galactic affairs." With another neural command, she showed them something new. A massive structure hidden in the asteroid belt, under construction. "This is the Prometheus Array," she explained. "When completed, it will be capable of detecting quantum fluctuations across half the galaxy. We're building it because we've detected anomalies that no other species has noticed yet." The Meridians studied the display intently. "These readings," one scientist murmured, "they're unlike anything in our databases." "Exactly," Chen confirmed. "We're not revealing ourselves out of pride or aggression. We're revealing ourselves because we believe the galaxy needs to prepare. And the Meridian Collective, with its dedication to scientific advancement and peaceful exploration, could be a valuable ally." She turned to face them directly. "We're offering you a choice. Join us. Help us prepare for what's coming. Share in our advancements and help us protect this galaxy. Or return to your collective and tell them what you've seen. Tell them that Earth is no longer hiding." The chamber fell silent as the Meridians communicated among themselves through subtle crystalline vibrations. Finally, Nexus stepped forward. "Your species is remarkable, Admiral," she said. "You've achieved in centuries what took us millennia. And you're right. These void anomalies you've detected are deeply concerning. She paused, her form shifting to a more formal configuration. I believe the collective will be very interested in an alliance. Chen nodded, satisfied. Then let's proceed to the next phase. There's something we'd like to show you in the Jupiter shipyards, something that will demonstrate just how far humanity has come, and how far we're prepared to go to protect our place in the galaxy. As they prepared for transport, Chen sent a neural message to Earth Command. Phase 3 initiated. They're ready. The response came back instantly. Understood. Admiral. Prometheus Protocol is authorized. Show them everything we discussed. And remember, humanity's future may depend on their reaction to what comes next. Chen looked at the Meridian delegation, knowing that what they were about to witness would change their understanding of what was possible. Humanity had hidden long enough. It was time to show the galaxy exactly what they could do, and hope they were ready for the consequences. The negotiation. The Jupiter shipyard stretched across the vast emptiness of space, a testament to human engineering that dwarfed anything the Meridians had ever seen. Massive quantum forges harnessed the gas giant's intense magnetic field, creating materials that shouldn't exist according to conventional physics. But it wasn't the scale that stunned the alien delegation. It was what they were building. Impossible. First scientist Zara whispered, her crystalline form vibrating with disbelief. You've achieved controlled quantum manipulation at this scale. Before them floated a vessel unlike any other. Its hull seemed to exist in multiple states simultaneously, phasing between dimensions in a carefully controlled dance. This was the true pride of human innovation, the HS Prometheus. The quantum fold drive, Admiral Chen explained, allows us to travel through space in ways your scientists thought theoretically impossible. We don't just move through space, we fold it. Captain Nexus's form pulsed with intense frequencies. This technology, it could revolutionize everything we know about physics. That's not why we're showing it to you. A new voice interrupted. Dr. Maya Rodriguez stepped forward from the observation deck's shadows. We're showing you because of what we found when we first tested it. The holographic display shifted, showing what appeared to be tears in the fabric of reality itself. Dark, writhing masses moved through these tears, defying all known laws of physics. We call them void entities, Maya continued. They exist between dimensions, feeding on quantum energy. And they're spreading. The Meridian delegation clustered closer together, an instinctive response to threat. How long have you known about this? Nexus demanded. We detected the first anomalies 3 years ago, Chen replied. At first, we thought they were natural phenomena. Then we lost contact with one of our deep space research stations. When we investigated, she paused, her expression grim. There was nothing left, not destroyed, simply erased from existence. Maya stepped forward, her dark eyes intense. This is why we reveal ourselves now. This is why we're offering an alliance. What's coming isn't just a threat to Earth or the Meridian Collective. It's a threat to reality itself. The holographic display expanded, showing a map of the galaxy. Patches of darkness appeared, spreading like cancer through the spiral arms. Our quantum sensors have detected increasing void activity, Maya explained. We estimate we have less than 5 years before they reach populated space. The galaxy needs to prepare, but most species don't have the technology to even detect these entities, let alone fight them. And you believe you can fight them? One of the Meridian military observers asked, their tone skeptical despite their fear. In response, Chen activated another display. The Prometheus's quantum weapons array came online, its energy signatures causing the very fabric of space to shudder. We don't just believe we can fight them, Chen stated. We've already begun. 3 months ago, we successfully repelled a void incursion near Neptune. But we can't defend the entire galaxy alone. What exactly are you proposing? Nexus asked, her voice steady despite the existential horror they'd just witnessed. Maya stepped forward. A true alliance. not just diplomatic niceties or technology exchange. We need to combine our strengths: human innovation and determination, Meridian scientific knowledge and resources. Together, we might have a chance. And if we refuse, then we'll fight alone, Chen replied simply. We'll do what humanity has always done: survive against impossible odds. But many worlds will be lost before we develop the capacity to defend everyone. The Meridians communicated among themselves through crystalline frequencies, their debate intense but brief. Finally, Nexus turned back to the humans. The collective will need proof, she stated. Evidence they can verify independently. Already arranged, Maya responded with a slight smile. We're tracking a void anomaly that will manifest near your home system in approximately 3 days. A joint mission would demonstrate both the threat and our ability to combat it, and demonstrate humanity's good faith, Chen added. We'll share our void detection technology immediately. Your scientists can verify everything we've shown you. Nexus studied the humans carefully. You've planned for every contingency, haven't you? It's what we do, Maya replied. Humanity spent centuries preparing for threats from the stars. We never imagined the real threat would come from between them. The collective will agree, Nexus decided. We must agree. But you understand this alliance will change everything. The power balance of the galaxy needs to change, Chen interrupted firmly. The old order, the comfortable hierarchies, they're not equipped for what's coming. The galaxy needs to evolve, just as humanity did. Then let us begin, Nexus declared, her form shifting to its most formal configuration. For the sake of all species, let us hope this alliance proves strong enough for what lies ahead. As the Meridians prepared to return to their ship to contact their leadership, Maya turned to Chen. Phase 4 completed. They're committed. Chen nodded, watching the alien delegation depart. Humanity steps onto the galactic stage, not as conquerors or victims, but as saviors. Not how anyone expected first contact to go. It's what we prepared for, Maya reminded her. Now we just have to hope we prepared enough. The Prometheus loomed before them, its quantum drive humming with power that defied conventional physics. In 3 days, it would face its first true test, and the galaxy would learn exactly what humanity was capable of when the stakes were high enough. The real question was, would it be enough to stop what was coming? The Alliance, the HFY Prometheus, hung in space near the Meridian home system, its quantum state hull rippling like liquid starlight. On the bridge, Admiral Chen stood with Captain Nexus, watching as the void anomaly sensors blared their warning. Contact in 3 minutes, Araya announced through the neural network. Void signature matches previous encounters. The Meridian High Council had assembled their fastest ships after receiving the sensor data, but even their most advanced vessels looked primitive next to the Prometheus. This was to be humanity's demonstration of power, and their promise of protection. Energy distortion forming, Maya reported from her science station. Quantum fluctuations matched the Neptune incident. Space itself began to tear, a wound in reality that leaked absolute darkness. The Meridian ships backed away instinctively, their sensors overwhelmed by readings they couldn't comprehend. But the Prometheus held its position. This is what humanity has been preparing for, Chen announced, her voice carrying across all channels. Watch carefully. Araya. Initiate Void Combat Protocol. The Prometheus's quantum drive activated, its revolutionary technology allowing it to exist partially in multiple dimensions. The ship's hull began to pulse with colors that shouldn't exist in normal space. By the first light, Nexus whispered as the void tear widened. Something massive began to emerge. A writhing mass of tentacles and impossible geometries that hurt to look at directly. Target locked, Araya confirmed. Quantum phase cannons charge, reality anchors engage. Chen's voice remained steady. Fire. The Prometheus's weapons didn't fire energy beams or projectiles. Instead, they fired concentrated packets of stabilized spacetime. forcing normal physics back into regions the void entity was trying to corrupt. The creature screamed in frequencies that existed between dimensions. Second wave, launching quantum-fold missiles, Chen ordered. The missiles phased through multiple realities before striking their target, their warheads designed to seal the tears in space the entity had created. The void creature thrashed, its impossibly vast form being forced back into the space between dimensions. Final phase, Chen commanded. Show them everything. The Prometheus's hull fully activated, quantum energy cascading across its surface. The ship began to generate its own localized laws of physics, creating a bubble of pure reality that the void entity couldn't exist within. Reality anchor field at maximum, Maya reported. Void entity showing signs of dimensional instability. The creature's form began to collapse, unable to maintain its presence in normal space. With a final, reality-bending shriek, it was forced back through the tear, which the Prometheus promptly sealed with a concentrated burst of quantum energy. Silence fell across all channels. That, Chen said calmly, is how humanity fights the impossible. The Meridian ships slowly approached, their sensors trying to process what they'd just witnessed. Nex's crystalline form vibrated with barely contained emotion. Your species, she said finally, has surpassed anything we thought possible. The Council will want to begin full alliance negotiations immediately. Good, Maya replied, because that was just one void entity. Our long-range sensors show hundreds more approaching galactic space. We'll need every advantage to face what's coming. Chen turned to address both human and Meridian crews. Today marks the beginning of a new era. Humanity has hidden long enough. Now we step forward to take our place as guardians of this galaxy, not because we want to rule, but because we refuse to let reality itself be corrupted by these entities. The other species will resist, Nexus warned. The power structure of the galaxy will adapt or fall, Chen interrupted. The void entities don't care about political boundaries or species hierarchies. Either we stand together, or we fall separately. The Prometheus's quantum drive hummed to life, preparing to return to Earth. But now it wouldn't travel alone. The Meridian ships fell into formation around it, a symbolic gesture that carried deep meaning. Send word to Earth Command, Chen ordered. Protocol 7 is complete. Operation Guardian begins now. Maya smiled slightly. Humanity hidden no longer. Now we become what we were meant to be, not just survivors, but protectors. As the combined fleet prepared to depart, Nexus turned to Chen. Your species is remarkable, Admiral. You hid not out of fear, but strategy. You advanced not out of aggression, but necessity. And now you reveal yourselves not to dominate, but to save. That's humanity's greatest strength, Chen replied. We don't just adapt to face our challenges. We transform them into opportunities to become something greater. The fleet jumped to quantum speed, leaving behind a sealed void tear and a changed galaxy. Humanity had revealed itself at last, not as the primitive species others had dismissed, but as the advanced civilization they had become. And they had done it not through conquest or intimidation, but by offering protection against a threat no one else could face. The age of hiding was over. The age of humanity had begun. And somewhere in the void between dimensions, more entities stirred, unaware that their next attempt to invade reality would be met not by scattered, unprepared civilizations, but by a united front led by the species that had spent centuries preparing for exactly this kind of impossible threat. Humanity was ready, and the galaxy would never be the same.